Hello, it's me again, Christina. Thank you for watching. Today is Thursday the 15th of November 2018, and once again, sorry about the low tech. I'm quite new to this and I'm still learning, so please bear with me. I recently uploaded a short video about the wildfires in California, and I continue to pray for all people in California who are affected by these fires, including all the brave firefighters who are doing a great job. You are true heroes. It is shocking to see what is going on in California and how many people have died or are missing or have lost everything they own. I can relate to it in some way in my own life experience, because the house that my husband and I were living in 2014 almost burnt down. It was a miracle that it didn't, according to the firefighters. As I said in my first video about how God shook me and woke me up after 25 years in the New Age, I explained that I believe God had no choice but to put me in traumatic situations to shake me and wake me up from the New Age movement. Just one horrible thing after the other happened, starting somewhere in 2012-13, because I wouldn't have listened to any Christian preachers or teachers at that time. I had my fixed, spiritual New Age views, and no person would have succeeded in, quote, talking me out of my New Age belief system, end quote. So, July of 2014. It happened during summer. We had endured a heat wave for some time, so the vegetation outside was dry, extremely dry. Past midnight, we were already in bed and asleep in our house, and then suddenly we woke up in the middle of the night by loud bangs or explosions, shaking the whole house. This was a nice, quiet neighborhood. We had no problems with, gang activities, criminality, any of those things. So completely unexpected, total surprise, shock. First, I thought it was some kind of a prank, that somebody was banging on our door for laughs or something. But the bangs or explosions, they continued. I heard 2, maybe 3 at first. And of course, we jumped out of bed and we ran downstairs to see what was going on. I approached a window facing the garage, and then I saw huge flames coming out from the side and the roof of the wooden garage, timber garage. I didn't see any cars burning, but I saw flames coming up from the parking lot where I knew 3 or maybe 4 cars were parked just next to the timber garage, and all this was happening very close to our house. So, of course, panic happened immediately, as you may imagine. We knew that we were in danger because of how quickly the fire was spreading. And the explosions, bang, bang, one after the other. We did not know what those explosions was. Gas tubes, bombs, who did this? Why? I just knew immediately, somehow, that it wasn't an accident. Somebody had intentionally put the cars and the garage on fire. And our house was next. We have no enemies, that we know of at least. So imagine our shock. We ran out on the street like all our neighbors, and we had very little time to put on clothes. We didn't wear much because, as I said, it was a hot summer night and people, were sleeping in t-shirts, panties, and I didn't even have time to put on my shoes. So I ran barefoot in the streets with my husband to get away as far as possible from the house, because I was scared that there could be gas tubes or something about to explode. I know the impact when the gas tubes explode because I have witnessed the fire some years before that this incident happened, involving gas tubes exploding, and you do not want to be close when that happens, okay? So the only thing I had time to take with me was my phone, and I desperately called the emergency number. I know it's 911 in the US, but in Europe it's 112. And I called, and they said that they were already on their way, so we had to wait a while. It seemed like a very long time, and the fire just continued to spread. We were actually expecting our house to catch fire and burn down. It was a total nightmare. The reason the firefighters couldn't start extinguishing the fire immediately was because they had to wait for a second unit of firefighters to show up on the scene because the fire by this time had grown in strength and become very dangerous, so they just had to wait. And we were watching and praying. 3 cars were already on fire, and the side and roof of a timber garage with 5 cars parked inside of it was on fire, burning 1 car inside of the garage already. So now we have 4 cars on fire, and also a wooden fence next to the garage was being consumed by the flames. The flames had started to spread to the 2 nearby house gardens, including ours, and started to burn some of the vegetation. And now I will move my camera so you will see a picture here. I'm so sorry about the quality because, I am out of ink. So I had to use my laser printer, black and white. But you can see the house here in the background. This is the house where we lived here. And, it looks further away from the crime scene that it actually was. And yes, it was criminal. It was arson, Nobody died, nobody was hurt, but it is considered arson when you put a fire so close to houses where people are actually living, in Europe. And they found a bottle of some gasoline or petrol on the ground. So they know that somebody had put those cars and the garage on fire, but they never found out who did this and why. You can see here the garage to the left was painted white before the fire, and so was this wooden fence here. Was white, now it's burnt black. And you can also see the asphalt on the ground here has melted here. Completely melted. So you can imagine the temperature. But the story is not over yet. This night of horror is not over yet. I'm sorry, I have to stop here because my battery is running out. So this is the end of part 1. I will upload part 2 as soon as possible. So please come back to hear the rest of my story. God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye.